Here you are, Sterling. Doesn't look like anybody's here. So last time I was around was kind of rocky. I just wanted to drop by and see what was going on. Don't, Sterling. Why do you jump on stuff?
Rip, there ain't a chance it's you.
No, it's Tony. What's your name?
Oh, Christ, I'm Deputy Buckley.
Yeah, nobody seems to be in right now. I'm not on duty at the moment.
Alrighty, well, you got hostile people now.
What's going on?
No,
No.
that ain't Rip,
No,
but
that's not
seems
Rip.
like we
Okay,
got some shit going on.
Yep, I'm gonna get
Uh-oh. Yeah, I noticed somebody had a mask on.
Maple's in the telegram right now.
No, we just had like 6 write-ins telling us it's their town. Alright.
Oh, wow.
MJ, that's you, right?
I'm gonna go telegram Rangers and let them know.
Ma'am? You don't need it.
Leon? Is that not him? No, that's him.
Well, this is a little crock of shit, ain't it, Maple?
Uh-huh.
What else you got scared gun on you?
I don't. It's on my horse.
Shit, alright.
At all?
Not right
Just
now,
pull
no.
a fucking knife.
Here, you want my scope?
Don't mind name either. That might not be a bad idea for
cool.
the name.
You need bullets?
I got plenty, but just in case I can't find you.
Alright. Just got my telegram on it.
Malone's out there talking to him.
Alright.
Oh, that can only go so well.
Leon?
Give me a minute.
Fuck. The Pruitt gang.
All right, so I'll let the Rangers know. All right, I'll let Rangers know. Oh shit! What? Hello. I guess we've never met before.
Shit.
Oh, shots.
Well, you have a nice day.
Me too.
Howdy, partner.
Or that somebody else.
No, it's Tony. What's your name?
Tony. It's Eli.
Nice to meet you, Eli. Are you looking for somebody in particular?
No, I just been away for a while. I'm curious if you were a new ranger or not.
I'm a Ranger recruit. Just so you know, apparently the Pruitt gang is running through town. Currently, yeah, and laws around. There were shots fired a minute ago. I don't know exactly what's going on.
I see Malone over there.
Are you a Ranger?
I've been away for a month. Yes, I used to be a senior ranger.
Are you still in the Corps?
Not currently. I'm not sure if I'm gonna reapply yet or not. I was coming through to see what's going on, but it seems we have some festivities.
Yeah, they haven't been hostile other than the shots fired. I don't know exactly what's going on, to be honest.
Shots fired seems very hostile to me.
Yeah, they're running around saying it's their town and this and that.
Oh, shit.
I'm actually not on duty right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the gray poncho, so I figured as much. So, all right, I'm gonna go be nosy and see what's going on here. You stay safe.
All right, nice to meet you. You too, Eli.
Yeah. Alright,
So,
I'm gonna take a minute.
Y'all be careful. There's a gang running around. How you doing? That is me. There's a gang running around.
Yeah, what kind of gang, you know?
It's the Pruitt gang.
Is it Pruitt gang?
Yeah. Hey, congratulations on getting your greens.
Oh, thank you.
don't feel quite right, you know.
You'll get there, I'm sure. How?
I mean, it don't feel quite right if you're not with me and neither was Buddy. So I mean,
Well, it's
kind of sad
well.
about that.
You got it. Well, I'm happy for you. So I
Thank you.
think it's a good thing. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get on duty
You know,
tonight. I'm just around for a few minutes or maybe an hour or
that's all
so.
right. I might go move that wagon really quick. That's over in the road. Give me 1 second. I'll come back and chat with you.
All right. Hal, I don't know if you've looked at my paperwork, but it was kind of a bugaboo the other night.
I did read it.
I don't know how bad it was, but if you want to hear my side, I'm welcome to tell it.
If you like, I personally don't think that'd be necessary for you. No, I trust your judgment.
I just think it was two different thought
You miss
processes.
me, baby.
Look, sometimes things happen, unavoidable things. Trust me, I've been suspended before because of things happening.
Oh,
My
wow.
own doing. So I think just it sounds like you've been talked to a few times about it.
Well, I talked to Jeb. I haven't really talked to anybody else. But if there's, it's a learning experience is what I'm going to take it as.
It seems Pruitt so pissed off. I didn't see him in town.
They must have rode on.
Did you say the Pruitt gang?
Well, yeah, your recruit here said they were firing guns in town earlier.
Yeah, Law was here not 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, Maple and Malone were over at the telegram office.
Just now, the two folk on the hunting wagon?
I saw Maple still over there. I'm not sure where Malone is.
Is he the fellow with the goggles and the mask?
Oh, Maple wears a distinctive white hat. You know the Canadian Mounties, the hat they wear? He wears one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, he used to be a mountain.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You seriously when the first thing on deputy he had the red vest too.
Is Wade not with y'all? Y'all wasn't riding with
No,
Wade?
he's doing border testing.
Oh.
But if you'd like to talk about it, we can head on back.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd like, I reckon Sawyer, you're welcome to come too if you want.
Where are we going?
To the back porch.
Yeah, to have a conversation.
Actually, let me take us off this
Let's do
search
some,
first, so I can do this correctly.
All right, you just holler if you need anything, Mr. Whitaker.
See you, Eli. Nice to meet you.
Got some hay cubes over here for your pony if you need any.
I'm good, thank you very much, though.
All right, be safe out there.
I wasn't speaking very loud, so I don't know if you looked at my paperwork, but there was a bit of an incident the other night.
No, I did not. Let's go around the back and I'll catch you. So what happened?
You want to wait for Hal? You want me to go ahead and tell you? He was going to come
we can
join
wait
the
for
con.
Hal.
All right.
Let me catch up on the paperwork though.
All right. Might as well explain what happened. I'm kind of curious, how bad is it?
There's a lot of riders.
How bad is it?
I can't really say. Hang on a minute.
I thought he was talking to us. Howdy.
Oh, hang on, my
How you guys
shoelaces.
doing?
Good.
Doing all
What's,
right.
who are you exactly?
Deputy
It's
Mercer?
Deputy Mercer.
Oh yeah, the Pruitt gang was here earlier.
Yep. Everybody alright here? They didn't try to do anything to you?
No, there were shots fired, but it was off in the distance.
Okay. Alright, did you see which direction they went?
I want to say they. Well, I don't want to give you bad directions. I didn't see which way they went. I just heard shots that sounded like they went going out of town. That way.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
You be safe.
You too.
All right, you
Good luck,
too.
Deputy Mercer.
I know you can't tell me exactly what the paperwork says, but I think after you hear my side, it'll hopefully make more sense.
Well, as I live and breathe. Is that
Howdy.
Sawyer?
Were you breathing too hard?
Oh, I mean, not currently. Maybe
Howdy,
it has
Miss
been
Roxanne.
nice. Howdy, Miss Sawyer.
It's good seeing you again.
I have a massive favor to ask of you, Sawyer.
Oh God. How massive are we talking?
I am looking for a good home for D'Artagnan. And there's no one I trust more than the horse whisperer herself.
Jesus, that's mighty kind of you.
Was wondering if maybe you'd like to take him off my hands.
You know what? I wouldn't mind. And would you be willing to donate him to the Rangers, if possible?
Oh, if that's what you want. As long as you keep a good
Yeah,
eye
I
on him.
figured. I'll definitely keep a wonderful eye on him. He's a fine horse.
He is. Isn't he gorgeous?
Yeah.
He's been
Well,
good
why are you
to
getting
me,
rid of
but-
him?
I might be leaving the crossing for a little bit. For
I
a
understand.
good long while. And I just want to make sure he's looked after.
You know what? I would be happy to look after your boy.
Alright. Let me go get that horse tea for you, alright?
All right.
Thank you, Miss Sawyer.
I still have your rifle, by the way. I'm sorry about that.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that. You're gonna give that back one of these days?
I can give it back. It's out in Blackwater, though.
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later.
All right. Well, before you leave the crossing and whatnot.
Of course. Let me go get
All
that
right,
horse
go
tea
and do
for
your
you,
thing.
alright?
All right.
Alright, let's head over.
All right.
Y'all can do talking about it, but I'm gonna wait for her just in case,
Yeah.
and then I'll join y'all.
That's fine.
Oh, sounds good. All right. I just want to air it out so it don't turn into nothing bigger than it actually is. So basically, we went on a mock search and rescue, and we ran into a pack of wolves, and communication broke down. We didn't say what we were. What, like my thought process was look for high ground first, and Rain decided to take off at the wolves. And as I was looking for high ground, I looked back, and she is surrounded by the wolves, and I don't want to shoot because she's right in the middle of the wolves. So I go get high ground right above her on the bridge, and to shoot down at the wolves where I can get a shot on them. She didn't get knocked or anything, thank goodness. And she got bit, but that was about all. But she said that I should have shot even though she was right in the middle of the wolves. But I don't know why she took off. She ran right up to him and got in the middle of the fray. And I just don't know why she did that. But anyways, so she survived and everything, which is great. But she thought that I should have shot even though she was right there. But that wasn't that big a deal. I mean, we get back to town and everything's fine. But then I run into Ray, and I'm explaining what happened, and he starts getting pissed off and yelling at me, telling me to take my graze off and come back in an hour. So I did what he said. Took all I had in me not to get pissed off. I mean, I was pissed when I left, but I came back anyway, and we smoothed everything over. And that's basically what happened.
Yeah, I don't think what you described to me is that bad. First party is your safety, and I know you're new with a rifle. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't want you shooting into a group of wolves surrounding me. We know the risk of the job, and that can happen. I'd rather you get somewhere safe. If I get myself hurt, then you can at least help me out after. I don't think that's a bad call.
Thank you.
I think you should definitely practice the long arm until you do feel comfortable shooting the folk like that. I think that's something you should absolutely do. But that judgment call at the time is not terrible. I don't think that's bad by any means.
Thank you. I appreciate that. She saw it the other way. She said, "Well, even if I get a bullet, that's better than getting down by wolves." But I just didn't see it that way.
I openly disagree with her on that. I agree with you there. That look, shooting into a group of people or another ranger is not the right thing to do. If you do not feel comfortable taking that shot, you do not take that shot, because if you shoot her, that is something you're gonna have to live for a long time.
Yeah.
A fuck ton of law, Jesus.
Yeah, it was. Well, thank you. Now, is that what the paperwork said, or is it a lot different than that?
That is not really the issue that I gather from paperwork.
Oh, okay.
I think a lot of folk would agree with you on that decision.
Yeah.
What I am seeing here. Give me a moment. I don't want to get misconstrued with what someone else said. Give me a moment.
Take your time.
It seems like during the mock search and rescue, there was a little bit of a miscommunication on what you should be doing.
We kind of disagreed sometimes. I think what it was that I knew it was a mock, and so that knowledge, Jeb said that she shouldn't have told me it was a mock, and he was right. It really affected how I was searching, because I knew that he wouldn't go directly to where the bear was, which we shot a bear and downed it, and I knew that he would be laying somewhere away from danger, which I wouldn't have known that if I didn't know it was a mock. But she was right in that I should search those areas anyway. And but at the time I wanted to find him more than anything, so I didn't want to waste my time. But she was right. We should search all those areas.
Yeah.
And we did. We searched those areas. But see, the thing about it was, he wasn't a ranger. So she said he knew the map, but I feel like a ranger would know exactly what central, east, north, all that is better. So if a ranger could have been who I found, because he said central, I'm going to say, hold on, let me check my map.
Personally, I don't think this is the issue. I think I understand the situation. The idea that a mock should not change anything you do.
Yeah, I shouldn't have let that. I shouldn't let that affect my judgment.
We give you these as a test to test where you are, what you know, and search and rescue is a hard skill to have to learn. It just takes experience. So when we give you a region, let's say Northeast Big Valley, we know the bear dams. We know them. We want to see if you know them. We know the places the people get hurt. We're testing your thought process, your knowledge of the region, and your ability to lead.
Here's my only problem though, is I didn't like the map. She showed me she showed, like, I was able to see, like, the map is different. Yeah, the map is different. See, what I think of as the center of Big Valley isn't actually the center of Big Valley.
That's correct, because the locals that we get told the region by the locals. They know this place better than we will ever know. So when they say central Big Valley, that's what they mean.
Yeah, but see, the map shows what is central of Big Valley on the map is not what I thought of as central Big Valley. So I'm wanting to go to one area of the valley, and it's actually another area.
Right, and that's just a knowledge thing. That's not your fault for not knowing it. That's
I
ours.
think hopefully if and when I get the map, I'll have a whole lot better understanding of what central, north, east, west, all that is.
Well, the one they gave you, if they gave you one, right?
They didn't get I didn't get a map. I can't really explain how I got this information, but after the mock, I received a snippet of the map. I was sent basically via telegram, if you catch my meaning.
I understand what you're saying. I do. Okay, that's not an issue. I understand what you're saying.
Well, I'm just glad to hear that the issues that they are is not the issues that I thought arose from that.
Now, it's in here, right? The first thing you were worried about, it is in here, but I don't think most people see that as the issue. I think that is a judgment call. We make 100 of those calls a day. You're not going to get them all right. I'm not concerned. I'm concerned for Rain because she got hurt, obviously, and obviously when a ranger does get hurt, we need to make them our priority because the hurt person in front of you is more important than the person you don't know. So if Rain was hurt, bitten, help her, put gauze in the wound, clean it, whatever you can.
Well, she didn't give you a chance to. She got on her horse and wanted to go right back here.
It just seems like there was a lack of communication and a lack of, what's the word? It seems like a lot was bottled up until you got back to Stroud, which is fine. You don't want to get into a fight out in search of a folk. I get it. Nor should you.
Right, but I just don't want this to be a situation where all my paperwork's saying only one side and my side's not getting put into the paperwork.
I understand that. I do. I just don't think they're. I'm trying to word this in the best possible way. There is no argument or debate here. You don't need to present a side. They're not going to present a side. They're going to share their concerns, and you'll have every chance through your recruit process to prove them wrong. You're not on trial. You're not on, there's no jury. They're going to put their concerns in here. The other rangers will read it and test you on your knowledge of the future. There's no need to defend yourself here. If you'd like to, you can, but that's not really going to help in the long term because these rangers, they know what they're talking about. Rain, Ray, whoever else you talk to, Jebediah, they've trained 100 recruits, all of them, and they see what everyone needs to be working on. Their concerns are valid, and so are yours. It's just, don't let this be a thing hanging above you, in your mind, right? You're going to be fine.
Yeah. Well, that was the first major difference of opinion that I've had since I've been here. As far as not wanting to shoot while she's in the middle of the wolves. And
I understand. I do. My first day in the green, I got suspended. Okay.
What did you do? Okay. I don't want to pry.
Me and a recruit fell down a spring. It's a long story.
Yeah.
And I was tearing myself up about it for a long time. I was suspended for a day and I stayed away for 5 because I just felt like I made a mistake. I felt like a failure. But I'm still here.
Well, how much do you think that set me back in the recruiting process?
I don't think it set you back at all. I think when a ranger takes you out, they're going to read this. They're going to shape what they do next. They might take you to practice shooting. That's what I would do. I'd take you out somewhere. We shoot some guns.
That's what Jeb said.
Yeah, they might take you out to show you those bear dens.
See, here's the thing about the dens. I'm not naturally going to know where they are because you normally, before I started trying to be a ranger, you don't normally go looking for bear dens.
No, I knew nothing when I started. Absolutely nothing. I was a kid from New York when I came. I had been riding a horse for about a month. I did not know this place at all. I did not know the bear dens. I did not know anything. All you have to do is put some time in to have a ranger show you, to learn them, to read some of the maps we have, and you will learn. I've been here 20 months, over a year and a half, I think now, whatever that is, and I still see new dens every day. Those things are just going to come from experience.
Yeah.
You have
At the same. Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, at the same time, you know, and just from looking over the paperwork and what was recorded, I mean, you know, having the attitude of, well, I don't know where they're at, why would I know? And this is just, you know, me gently putting forth, if you don't know, then you can always ask. Especially on a mock search and rescue, you're not going to know where everything's at. The whole point of that was to ask questions and to understand, you know, get the knowledge and the information on that search and rescue. That's what the part of the training was.
Right.
And instead of, you know, perhaps arguing a point where you don't know where something is, you can always ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. If you don't know something, you're not going to be faulted for not knowing it. The whole point of being a ranger is to ask and constantly keep learning. So in the meantime, like, you know, when you're doing a search and rescue like that, I'm always asking questions. I'm always asking, you know, where would somebody possibly go? What's the common area where somebody might be? And then you go from there. Same as, you know, Rain was being there to help you and working with you. And at the same time, you know, it's good to ask a question if you don't know where something is. Especially if you don't know where the bear dens are, ask. It's all right. I mean, even on a search and rescue as a ranger, you're still going to be asking questions where things might be. You don't know what, you know, 100% where everything might be.
Right.
But
Right.
you can learn.
Well, I do have a question. Okay, so because I don't want to waste my time, and I don't want to waste y'all's time. Is this a
Okay.
situation where I'm running around in circles and ain't getting anywhere?
No, I wouldn't say that at all.
No.
I think
Okay.
If you are experiencing a little bit of a bump, but at the same time, you know, this is not to reprimand or to, you know, push you down and knock you down a few levels and then never let you get back up. This is a learning experience. This is where you slow down. It's kind of like, you know, when you're dealing with an unruly horse, and not to say that you're unruly by any means.
Well,
It's
I
in a
came back
similar
drunk,
situation where
but
well, it's a similar situation where, you know, this is a part where something happened and you need to be slowing down. You need to take a minute and then listen to what other people say to you. Fully listen to them. You know, let it sink in and then be able to continue the conversation. There's no need to be hicking up on something like that or, you know, continue to prove your point or, like, you know, try to, you know, defend yourself. You don't need to defend yourself. Mistakes happen. And that is the fundamental part of being a human, I guess you could say, and especially being a ranger. Mistakes happen all the time. Okay? This is
Yeah.
just you. It's not going in circles. This is just you needing to, you know, pull back on the reins a little bit, maybe even dismount the horse in this metaphor, and just assess what's going on. You know, is it the horse? Is it me? What are the, you know, instances of what I'm doing? And in this kind of situation, you are going to want to have somebody else's view on this. And exactly what you're doing right now, which is nice. But the best part of it is to discuss it with Rain herself. You two were the ones out in the mark search and rescue. And I think a better communication between you two before you talk to anybody else is probably more necessary than, you know, trying to defend your case to everybody that you meet.
Yeah.
Not to, you know, put you down on that, you know.
well, I just don't know what's
this is
going in
just-
the paperwork, so I don't
Well, you're
know
not gonna-
what it. Yeah, so I just don't know how it
Howdy.
seems versus how it
But
is.
just trust that Rain is where she's at because
You're right.
of, you know, what she's been working on and what she's been
you
learning.
mean-
Rain is,
I'd
you
agree.
know, at her position because, you know, she has a fair head on her shoulders. She will always have, you know, a very gentle way of viewing it, but if you mess up, she will tell you. And she won't say, you know, like in a mean way. She's always there. She's a teacher, is what she's trying to do. And, you know, sometimes teaching can be very frustrating. And at the same time, you got to listen to what she's saying. You got to, you know, understand that she is here to teach you and guide you for what she's trying to do. It's not, a mark on your character or anything like that. Nobody's going to be shitting on you or whatnot. Especially in the paperwork, people have to have, that unbiased kind of view. This is reporting what they've seen and what they have observed. It doesn't mean, it's from one person's point of view, yes. But at the same time, it's a trusted point of view. It is somebody who has seen things, done things, has the experience, the know-how, and the knowledge. So it's not going to be besmirching your character. It is definitely an important point to point out, of the behavior that, was exhibited.
So is the issue... Sorry. Is the issue that about the dens? Is it about not asking where the dens were?
I think, that's something to definitely discuss with Rain. Because it feels like there's a little bit more than just the dens. Okay? And it's good that you're asking us, and that's wonderful. But this is something you definitely need to discuss with Rain. Because that is the person that, was on there, might have had, negative implications, Seemed like y'all had your differences. And the whole point of this is because, we're Rangers, we're a family. And I could say that, working in, even as a recruit, you're still a family member. You're being accepted into this. They want you to succeed. They want you to move forward. They're not going to hold you back because of a hiccup. They're going to correct it. They're going to assess it. And they're going to teach you how, how to work forward from this. That's exactly what she's trying to do. Okay? So
right,
definitely, next time you see her.
Yeah. Well, as long
give her a
as
conversation,
as long as there's still a chance for me to become a ranger, I'll continue. But I'd rather know right now.
Yeah, you absolutely still can be. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's nothing in there that's no one is pounding the table for your release or anything like that. Nothing at all.
Well, I tell you what, Ray let into me.
Well, yeah.
He was hot.
It's probably just more of a heat than moment thing. I don't. It's not. He didn't put in the paper or anything like that.
Okay.
I think I would just approach the situation differently than how you are. Just trying to be better. Trying to learn something every day. You don't need to defend yourself to us. Trust me, I have made so many mistakes as a ranger. So many. More than I could list. Unless you had like a year.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just every day, maybe pick one of these things that are listed here. And practice it. And that would show me a whole lot more than coming in to try to defend yourself.
All I really wanted to do was explain what my thought process was when it came to not shooting because she was right in the middle of the wolves. That's what I thought the main issue was.
Yeah.
No, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think that's a judgment call, and we can be wrong in this sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you don't feel comfortable shooting, I think that was the correct call. I will defend that.
Thank you.
But I personally,
yeah,
this is not a win or loss argument.
No, I'm not trying. I don't want it to be picking a side situation. I just wanted to explain what my thought process was.
Right.
Yeah,
I completely understand. I just think that I think that this entire day sounds like it was just a rough one. I'm not worried about your future by any means. I think it does highlight some things to work on, and that's what I would be doing if I were you. Even in the time off, they however long you feel like you need to collect yourself or whatever, I'd just go practice shooting or something. I don't know.
Maybe do some hunting or something. Oh, speaking of which, I did have a question. So you can kick. Obviously, you can use your legs and kick wolves. And everybody knows this. My question is, if you're holding a rifle, do you find it hard to kick a wolf?
No, not really.
So when you're holding a rifle,
that's when you passionately say "fuck."
And so that rifle doesn't get in the way, if you catch my meaning, of being able to kick.
No.
In fact, I find myself after I get a good kick on an animal, in a pretty good position, usually just to shoot it right away
while holding your rifle.
Yeah, it's like muscle memory. In a way. Like if I kick it, I'm pretty much already aiming exactly where I need to be.
Well, I'm telling you right now,
it's a forceful way of saying "fuck 'em."
I never thought about kicking until recently, and I think I'm going to be able to go into the next altercation with a wolf pack a lot better off, if I'm being honest.
Even finding high ground is not a wrong call. Like finding a rock or something is
right.
Not a bad decision.
But see, if I would have been able to think about being able to kick him, I would have been just like Ray, and I would have ran right up to them wolves, because she ran up to the wolves. She got right in the middle of them and kicked every damn one of them wolves' ass. And I thought, damn, I wish I would have thought about that. Like, I didn't think about, well, there's other ways in the gun you can kick them.
There's a lot of right ways.
Yes, there
to
are
be
a lot of
Ranger.
ways.
There's
And
not one way fits all. There's a lot of wrong ways
Yeah.
too, but there is not a
But it's
guidebook
also-
on how to approach every situation.
Yeah.
It's
And it's
you'll get enough
okay
training.
to say that you're not ready for something too.
Yeah, I
Especially,
wasn't
you know,
ready
if
to
you're
take
not-
that
you're not
shot at
comfortable
30 plus feet. I didn't want to injure her.
No,
So
I think that's fine. I
No,
think
that's
shooting
understandable.
directly at another ranger, if you don't feel comfortable shooting, is completely understandable. Like I said, either way, I think we are talking circles here. I'm not.
yeah,
worried about
I feel a lot better after this conversation. I was kind of worried because that was my first. I don't want to call it a mistake, but it kind of was. I mean, I did looking for high ground wasn't the wrong thing to do, but we should have communicated. Like you said, Sawyer, I need to ask more questions. If I don't know where something is, I need to ask, okay, no, I don't know. Where is it?
When we have you leading something, we're not expecting you to know everything. We're expecting you to use your team, use people around you. You know, put other people in a position to succeed as well. That's what we look for in people leading search and rescues. It's organizing people, it's not knowing everything. You're never expected to know everything.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
I really appreciate
like in,
this.
do you remember when we started our trial with the buddy?
Yeah.
We had that discussion of, you know, what do we know? What all do we know collectively? And then we went from there. It's kind of like that. In Rain, you know, anybody who's, you know, a ranger will have a plethora of knowledge. All you got to do is ask. And at the same time, if you feel like, you know, you weren't ready for something, you made your mistakes along the way, it's okay to admit that you weren't exactly ready for it. There's no...
I
no one's
wasn't
gonna,
ready
you
for
know,
Big
judge you for
Valley.
that.
I mean, that place was so mountainous,
That's
and
fair.
there's so many predators. She threw me in the deep end, and I think that shows that she thought I could do it, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready because like I didn't know how to go up from the road off to the mountainous region. You know what I mean? Because it's so mountainous in Big Valley. It wasn't. It wasn't
And
the
that's-
plains.
And you know what? I think, you know, I see where the issue might have been. You might have been, like, you know, in a rush to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. I was
Always
trying to
thinking-
find him. Yeah, see, I was trying to rush and find him, but I didn't have a clue. What I really? I mean, I won't say I didn't know what I was doing, but like I was thinking, Big Valley Central, Big Valley was a whole different area than what I found out that Central Big Valley was.
And that's where you always ask, you know, where would you say this might be? How would you go about this? What is your suggestion? That is exactly what Hal said, using your team. And because you
Yeah.
had a ranger with you that knew just about every damn thing, I think she was expecting you to ask your questions.
Yeah, I could have
you know?
utilized Rain a lot better in that situation.
Exactly. And that's what I think you need to explain to her next time, I think. When
I
you guys have your
appreciate y'all bringing that to
conversation.
my attention. I definitely will.
course.
She's a seasoned ranger. I could have asked her, okay, where's the first place she would look? And instead, I just went off looking.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah, that hadn't come to
the
my
main thing
attention.
is like you don't want to rush off doing something like that. Never rush off doing something like that with a ranger, as a ranger.
Oh, it started
because
terribly.
that's
I went
one
up
way
the
for
mountain.
you.
I took her up the mountain, and we was halfway
That's
up a
good way
mountain.
for you to get yourself hurt too. You always want to assess the situation, assess the location, and if you don't know the location, ask about it. But take
Yeah.
your time. You're gonna find the person if you really work for it, okay? And when you have two eyes, two sets of eyes better than one, you're gonna do something a lot better, you know? I mean,
Yeah,
and sometimes you don't even find the person. Like earlier today, I couldn't find the person that I was looking for at Central Big Valley and South Central, and then Hal and I also had a trouble in Tall Trees where we couldn't find the person.
It's going to happen.
Sometimes people get picked
Yeah.
up. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You know, it's not a judge on your character. It's like, you know, not besmirching, you know, what you've done and what you know. It's like, it doesn't make you a bad ranger, doesn't make you a bad recruit. Okay? We
yeah,
all make our poor decisions. We all, you know, have our troubles. And it's something out of your control, is what
Yeah.
everybody says, is that if you can't find somebody, if something happens to them, it is out of your control. The point is doing something that you can control doing. What can you control in that situation? What do you know what to do? And that's the main thing about coming back to that. And I'm glad that you know, decided, you know, to talk to everybody else about it, which is good. But this is definitely a conversation to have with Rain, you know, saying, yeah, I wasn't ready for it. You know, there's nothing wrong with accepting your faults. And that is a good key of humility, is that one of the ranger words is humility. It's always good to learn. You're
yeah.
gonna
I
be
don't
fine,
think.
okay?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't
It's a
think she
hiccup.
was wrong to send me to Big Valley, but that was my first mock, and obviously it's like I want to get in the shallow end, but the best way is to get in the deep end right off the rip. Shoot, I don't know what that means, but basically,
I know what you mean. Right off the rip.
I
know
think
what
I
you
just
mean.
came up with a new phrase. I might want to write that down.
But you're gonna be okay, Tony. You're learning from it, okay?
Absolutely.
Sometimes learning is a very slow process.
Like I said, I'm not worried
Painful.
about you.
Thank
You'll be
you.
fine.
Yeah, nobody, not worry about you at all.
All right. Well,
The fact that
I'll
you're coming
continue
forth and
working
talking
hard.
about it is a good thing. Yeah. Keep
I'll
working
continue
hard.
working.
You know, keep yourself an open mind. Ask all the questions. If you don't know something, ask. Always ask. The only dumb question that you've ever asked is the one that you don't ask at all.
Well, I'm glad I spoke to y'all because like half of the points y'all brought up, I didn't even think of. Like asking her where she would have went would have been a brilliant thing to ask. Like I'm gonna definitely talk to her about that and let her know after speaking with some rangers about what I did wrong. I now understand why you were frustrated. Because I could tell she was frustrated. Like throughout the whole search and rescue, she was frustrated. And now I realize it's because I wasn't asking her for help.
It was communication. Yeah.
Yeah, communication.
All right,
And
this
communication is
man
part of learning
has,
how to be a ranger, too.
yelled at me about 4 times, so I think I'm going to go see what's going on.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
I
all right.
reckon I'm gonna go off to bed. I just wanted to check in and see how everybody was, and I figured there might have been some people wondering about what happened, so I figured I'd go ahead and explain what my thought process was. And if y'all have any more questions about anything, just ask and I'll answer the best I can.
Look at that. You're already asking questions. Fantastic.
See ya, Al.
But you're gonna do just fine, honey.
You're doing fine.
Don't worry.
All right, I'll see y'all. I'll be back around. I'll be back around later in the week, and I'll be on duty.
All right. All right. Just make sure you get that conversation in with Rain, okay?
Oh, I absolutely will. Next time I see her, I'll pull her aside and have a conversation with her.
Yep. There you go. Well, you take care, okay, Tony?
All right, y'all have a
I
good
need to go
evening
make myself something to eat.
or a good
Yeah.
afternoon.
I need to go make myself something to eat.
See y'all.
Take care. Get myself something to eat proper.
Buzz, is that you?
You do your thing.
I'm not sure.
Hi, yes, this is me, Buzz
Howdy.
Buxton, Game Warden. Howdy, how you doing?
Yeah, it's,
I'm
it's-
glad I
it's
ran
good
into you.
Buzz.
I reckon before I head off, if you would like to have
I
a
met
conversation, I would like
Slow
to,
down.
if that would be all right.
I am not Buzz, sir.
Oh my
You got
goodness!
a sort of
You-
redhead. Buzz
here I
has
am
the
thinking I'm
mutton
talking
chops.
to Buzz, and it's not Buzz. I was going to be like, okay, now I can get more feedback. All right. Well, what's your name,
You can
partner?
always get feedback.
Feedback's awesome.
Ranger Crane. And you, fella?
Ranger Recruit Tony James. I mean, you're a ranger, so I reckon I could get some feedback from you before I head off to bed if you want.
Naturally so.
I don't know if you've looked at my paperwork, but
I have not, no.
all right. Well, I guess since you don't really have intimate knowledge of my journey so far, you don't have to take the time to do that. Let's just say I got to learn how to. I got to learn some. Well, here's. You know what, partner? I'll explain the situation. So basically, I had my first hiccup the other night, and it was a mock search and rescue, and I didn't ask enough questions. And when we ran into wolves, we had 2 different thought processes on what to do, and I couldn't shoot because she was surrounded by the wolves. She kicked them wolves' ass, though. I'm just gonna tell you, that was rage. She kicked them wolves' every loving ass. But see, I couldn't shoot because she was right in the middle of the wolves. So I got high ground. I was going to shoot down from high ground. She was right under the bridge. But that's not even the issue. Turns out the issue was that when I was doing my search and rescue, I wasn't asking her questions like, where should we look? I have to ask the seasoned rangers where they would go. You know what I mean? Instead of just thinking, oh, I'll just go this way. Yeah, there's quite a lot of paper. There's quite a lot of paperwork on me by now, I'm guessing. What
so,
did you say?
like you said, I wasn't there. I don't know the situation. But Rain's a good ranger, and I'm going to trust her judgment on it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. Like, it was just I just didn't know. I thought you were Buzz. So,
I know.
yeah, no, she knows what she's doing. That's for sure. She took out 4 wolves by herself.
Well, Buzz, you've lost a lot of weight, a lot of hair.
I know, but he had me tricked. I'm over here talking to, like, thinking it's Buzz.
He looks nothing like Buzz.
Well, see, I'm terrible with faces, though. Only reason I know you have
No,
is
that's
because
fair.
you tend to dress the same.
Dress the same.
Well, you got that hat. You wear that hat a lot.
Oh, I think he dressed the same as Buzz. I was like, oh my god.
I haven't seen Buzz in a while, to be honest.
He's on duty at the moment.
Yeah. Is he with Wade?
I have no idea where he is. He's probably around some other tower trying to avoid us all.
Speaking of which, are you going to take me to the other towers anytime soon? We had talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Next time you're around, we'll do it.